Nityanandam everyone, welcome back to the Kundalini Yogini. This is Prasida. Thank you again for joining me on my channel today. So what is the point of doing yoga? When it comes to the spiritual path or seeking truth, cosmic knowledge, understanding ourselves in the universe, what the heck does yoga have to do with this picture? What does yoga, physical practice, have to do with spirituality? I had these exact same questions when I was beginning my spiritual path, and I really did not understand how a physical practice had anything to do with uniting with the divine or spirituality, growing our consciousness. That made no sense to me. Like, how does building the body have anything to do with that? So I just wanted to share with you guys a little context about what yoga really is and why it has everything to do with spirituality and raising our consciousness. So yoga is not working out or bending our body or building muscle and flexibility. And this is where the problem starts. Our understanding of yoga in the West is obviously what we see here, which is generally exactly that. It's used as a physical exercise, and at most it's a practice that might help us calm down our stress and anxiety a little bit. But what we see here is not what yoga really is and why yoga is created. Yoga in itself, the word, means union. What it directly translates to in Sanskrit is the term means yoking. And what this means is yoking, which means almost like uniting or combining ourselves with the divine. Uniting our individual soul, what we call Atma or Jivatma, with the supreme soul, the supreme consciousness, which we call Paramatma. That overarching consciousness which all of us can connect to and we call by many different names, whether we relate to it as masculine or feminine, God or goddess, form or formlessness, it doesn't matter. Yoga is the practice and the path of uniting ourselves with that supreme consciousness. And so through all of the different parts of yoga, which include moving the body in certain postures called asanas, which includes manipulating our breath, which we call pranayama, which includes deep states of meditation like dharana and dhyana, and even leading us to states of samadhi, which is basically an ultimate oneness with that consciousness, what some people actually refer to as states of enlightenment itself, of that pure unity, no thought space, no ego existing. So yoga was created by Shiva, Lord Shiva, for this purpose, as a complete holistic path to reach our soul into its ultimate form, which is pure consciousness, pure oneness beyond the ego, beyond the mind. So that is why yoga exists. That is the point of yoga. And that is why personally I truly believe yoga is one of the most profound, powerful spiritual practices anybody can do to grow themselves rapidly on their path to enlightenment. True seekers, I really feel like, need to find authentic yoga. And that's the key. You have to, of course, be practicing the authentic yoga, not just the yoga you see at the gym or core power yoga, but the true spiritual practice of yoga. And when you get to taste that and dive deep into the entire yogic lifestyle, which is everything we put into our body, everything we put out of our body through our words and actions and deeds, all of this is a part of the yogic path, and all of it is very minutely detailed in how we can be the best version of ourselves and really raise our consciousness through all of our actions. So I definitely encourage you guys to look up true authentic yoga. You can start with on multiple different fronts. You can, if you want an overarching, basically compilation book of all the different pramanas on yoga, which are all the different evidences and ancient scriptures on yoga in one place. There's actually basically this yoga encyclopedia that is the best book you could have, the Nityananda Yoga 1008 Pramanas from the Source, which I will link in the description below if you're interested in that. It's completely free online. And then you can also read a good translation of Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which are also a great summary They are not, by the way, the original yogic texts, but a amazing compilation a sage Patanjali compiled a few thousand years ago. And they are a really great base point to start learning all the different branches and paths of yoga within yoga. And one great translation I would recommend is by Swami Satchitananda. So if you can find that version, definitely encourage you to use that one because it's a great, really authentic translation of the source scriptures. So start diving deep into the path of yoga if you haven't yet, because it's truly direct experiences of consciousness and spirituality. There's no one telling you and being a mediator between you and the divine, you and source consciousness. You get deep, mind-blowing, profound, blissful experiences directly when you practice the path of yoga. So I encourage you guys all to check it out and see it for yourself, So I hope this gave a little clarity into what is the point of yoga in the spiritual world and in general. And I love you guys. Let me know your thoughts and your questions below, and I will be sure to get back to you in the comments. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Kundalini Yogini Prasida, and I will respond to you guys there as well. Love you guys. Have a beautiful week. Nityanandam.